Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at the Saints defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Ritter off the play fake. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And going deep for Hill. But he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nix throwing on third down. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Thornton. Nix now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Saints had 7-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd and 10. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Nix to try again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Nix looking to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Nix to throw on 2nd down. Right side, Thornton with it. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. This is 2nd and 8. In motion left is Davis. Throwing on 2nd down, Nix. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion right is Davis. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Touchdown, Saints. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it with Achane. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go. Achane. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Running right, here's Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Ridder now on second down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Ridder will set up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
York able to send this one through, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. In motion left, that's Thornton. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ridder with it after the play fake. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Here we go. 53.
They'll run. Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Achane will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. York able to send this one through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, Samuel, what a grab. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Achane on the counter. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Touchdown, Bills! Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, that's Thornton. To throw, here's Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
In motion goes the tight end. A final shot before break. Nix eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll go play action with Nix. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Nix to the air. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now it's Nix. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Bo Nix, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Straight ahead with Hubbard. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Nix from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Going play action. Ritter. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devon Achane. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50 as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Ritter. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 43 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Nix. Checks this down to Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Here's Nix. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. To throw is Nix. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Gabriel Davis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devon Achane. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
In motion left, that's Thornton. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
On 2nd down, it's Nix.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Ritter now.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Nix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Escapes the defender.
And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now,
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Devon Achane
with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. York now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
To throw on third down. Nix escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Operating from the gun. Nix. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
23 yards the pickup there.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up